Okay, welcome everybody. This is a book review. The book I'm going to talk about is The Tantric Alchemist, author Peter Levenda. Summary. So, this book is basically a detailed look and dissection of the works of Thomas Vaughan, if I'm pronouncing that right. He was a Welsh alchemist and philosopher, and the author is basically comparing the unusual nature of his work, to term it simply, in relation to mostly Tantra, but also Chinese alchemy. So this book is basically just a very detailed description of just that exactly, just going through the text of Vaughan and the history and kind of seeing some of the common threads it has with Tantra. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect when I first picked up this book. I mostly got it because I thought, as someone who practiced multiple forms of alchemy, I'm doing like Western spiritual alchemy stuff, and I'm also learning Tantra for that as well. And this book gave me a lot of insight, both on a personal and academic level. It's an academic book. It's incredibly well researched. It's very well written. I like the way it's organized. It's organized based on Negrito, Albedo, Rubio, if you know what that is, for you alchemists out there. I thought that was very creative. The author does a good job of remaining reasonably skeptical while kind of weaving threads between his points to show the reader how Vaughan and Tantra kind of share common threads and the nature of the alchemy practice between the two traditions. For that goal, the author did a really great job of that. It's a very enlightening piece of work, if I say so myself. I did notice the book suffered sometimes from making points that I think was only tangentially related and not really explaining that beyond just making that point. I also didn't like how quotes were often edited into the book. It felt like they were padding out the book way more and making the points more hidden in the text, which I really think for a book like that, it's not a strong suit. Oh, and it feels over-repeated at some points, especially kind of emphasizing some tantric aspects. Like the sexuality aspect is repeated a lot. For the repeats, it feels a bit like a slog sometimes, but I don't think that's a shortcoming that I would tell people to not read this book for. I think it's a great book, despite those shortcomings. So yes, I do recommend this. Not necessarily for beginners. This book seems to assume that someone has at least a base knowledge of what Western alchemy at least is. For anybody else, it's a really good book. I think if you're not well versed in Vogon's work or Tantra. It's a very interesting, enlightening read overall. And I think it's absolutely helpful in considering some modern syncretic kind of systems related to that. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you like what you see on the channel, at the very least, consider subscribing. I try to post a new video every other Saturday, and I certainly hope to see you around.